So I am back with a quick weave on my hair this time. Y'all know that I suffer from androgenic alopecia intelligent effluvium. Not gonna go into all of that today because I've explained it in plenty of other videos, but I wanted to try something a little different today. So I'm going to explain to you guys what I'm doing, but I also wanted to chat with you guys. So I'm gonna start with letting you guys know that of course I am washing my hair. What you guys see in the bottles is not what's actually in the bottle. I just use those because it has the pumps in them. So the very first shampoo that I'm doing is a clarifying shampoo. I'm going to rinse that out, following that with a moisturizing shampoo. And then this time I am going to give myself a protein treatment. And I use the Affigeet's two-step protein. You guys will see it. I'll show it somewhere in the video. So I wanted to come to you guys today and talk to you guys about negative Nancy's and how to recognize it. What do you do in that situation, especially when it's people that are close to you that are like that? There's a book that I read that was really helpful in learning how to deal with that and being able to recognize what it is, because some of us have dealt with people like that for so long that they're more regular to us than they are irregular. So I read this book called Dodging Energy Vampires. And one of the things that it talked about was how people will literally suck you into their negative energy, right? So they see that you're happy, they see that you're thriving, they see that you're glowing, and they will come and rain on your parade. And it's not always necessarily there's something going on good in your life and they feel a way about it, but it may just be you could be telling somebody I got a promotion, and they'll be like, ugh, I hate my job, right? I have a family member that's like this. They will literally find a problem instead of a solution to everything. So one of my family members, I could literally be telling her about my day and she'll start complaining about the job, about her job. And it'd be the very same job that she begged God for a few months ago, right? Or she can go outside to the grocery store and everybody in the grocery store is irritating her, or it's too loud, or everybody's a problem, or what have you. I remember we were going through, so when the pandemic and stuff happened, right? And there was the George Floyd protests. I'm in LA. And so a lot of businesses that were not black owned got raided. It was almost like the riots part 2, right? And it was a store. I apologize if you guys hear any background noise. I'm recording, but I do live in an apartment building and people and their kids are loud. So I apologize in advance. Anyway, so I remember that one of my favorite shoe stores got raided, and I remember telling her oh my God, I seen it happen on the news, and I was devastated. And she was just why do you care? It's not even your business. Oh my God, devastated, you're so dramatic. And I was just I genuinely feel bad. Nobody deserves for the store that you ran into because of something that the police did. So there's really people that exist like that. I feel we all know one, but you just have to be, mindful in how to deal with them. So I really feel some people don't realize that the more negative that you are, that the darker your environment is going to be. I myself used to be like this. I was a real life Eeyore, y'all. I could not see the light at the end of the tunnel. Therefore, I always felt sorry for myself, and I was always looking for somebody to save me. And I would feel bad. I'd be oh my God, nobody cares about me. There's no reason why I'm going through all of this, and everybody is watching me go through this, and they're either going hard in the paint on me or they're watching me struggle. And it wasn't until I was talking to this guy, and I remember telling him about what was going on with me. And at the end of the conversation, he literally told me you're beautiful and I think you're really nice, but you got a lot going on and I just don't have the space for it right now. And y'all, it was so hurtful. It was hurtful. But someone had to say it. And I'm glad he said it because I really liked this dude at the time. And it, for me, was a catalyst that I needed to start looking within and asking God, what is it about me? Why am I like this? Why do I feel like this? And I'm one of them people that when I'm going through things, I tend to isolate. And I do this for a number of reasons. Mainly because I don't believe in putting on people what I'm going through, right? So if I'm in a bad mood, I am not a misery loves company kind of person. My misery likes to be by itself. And in doing this, it made me realize that there were people around me that contributed to this energy. But it was my woe is me mentality that not only kept me there, but it attracted more people just like me and them, right, at the time. And we all know, like, negative people are fucking draining. Like, and that energy transfers, and it will have you walking around here moping, homeless, cynical, uncaring, mean, etc., etc. So I was gonna say, like, oh, I'm sorry. So let me back up, because I'm running my mouth, y'all, and I didn't forgot to tell y'all what was going on. So obviously, I shampooed, I did the treatment, I rinsed it out, I did a moisturizing deep condition. The things that you see me spray in my hair, I sprayed. The green stuff was a leave-in conditioner. I will leave everything in the description because I do mix my products. So it was a leave-in conditioner, a heat protectant for the blow dryer, and a leave-in like cream. And then now I'm just braiding my beehive down. You'll see like a white like substance on the back of my hand, and it is the braid. It's like a braid pomade by who is it? Just For Me has a line. It's a line for kids, and I use it for my kids. But I love like this. It's called like a braid grip gel or something like that. Like I said, everything will be in the description because I don't want to give you guys incorrect information. So that's all I'm doing right now is I am braiding it down, and I'm going to oil it in between. The oil that I'm using is my own Slay Girl oil. It will be back on my website for sale. I have to do a big restock, but with school and my kids and things like that, I just fell behind and just got overwhelmed, and I just stopped. So anyway, back to negative people being draining, right? So be careful of people who get angry and annoyed with you for always seeing the glass half full. And I have dealt with this a lot. Like I use the term loosely, but I've literally lost friends behind that mentality. Like they want you to sit there and mope with them. Baby, I'm not going to mope with you. I'm sorry that you're going through what you're going through, and I'm sorry that things are hard for you right now, but let's work on a solution. I'm going to validate how you feel, right? And I'm going to be there, and I'm going to give you a hug, and I'm going to, dress your wounds up for you. But at some point, you have got to stop feeling sorry for yourself, and you got to get up and start seeing the world different. So I have a family member, excuse me, that could literally make the sunniest day like a gloomy flood. Like literally anything I say, she finds negativity in. I could say, oh my God, it's so pretty outside, and she'd be like, man, it's all right. It could have been cooler. Or I could say, oh, like Benihana is my favorite restaurant, right? And she'll just be like, oh, it's so overrated. Like it's always something. And also watch out for those people that use being a bully and being mean as oh, I'm just being real. Oh, people can't take me because I'm too real. No, you're rude. Like, let's keep it a buck. You're rude. And they just like they'll tell everybody, oh, you're just sensitive. No, you're just rude. Like you're just mean. Like I said what I said. So how do you free yourself from these people? One of the main things that started to help me was to make it a point to intentionally focus on the positive in all situations. And this helped because I learned that the more that I aligned myself energetically with positive things, the more that didn't align with me faded away. In that also, get ready, because positive you is going to irritate some demons. Okay, it's going to irritate some demons and people that you didn't even know they had. It's going to piss people off. It's going to have people that you never would have thought would do you like that, do you exactly like that. It's going to have people try to bring up the you from 5 years ago and be like, well, you wasn't like that. And I can remember when XYZ. People have changed every day, baby. You don't even know me no more. This is the new and improved me. So you have to watch out for them people, because they will become hostile with you. They will play the victim. They will tell you that you're uppity. And my favorite one that I've gotten told a lot is, oh, you think you're better than everybody. And while this is happening, do not let that discourage you. Do not let that make you feel bad. Take that as your sign that what you're doing is working. And it will get lonely before it gets better. But baby, let me tell you, nothing is comparable to or worth your peace. Another suggestion is to set boundaries. There is a book that I read called Set Boundaries, Set Peace. The author's first name is Tidra. I always forget her last name, but if I can remember, I will link it in the description. and she speaks on how a lot of the boundaries that we're afraid to set, or a lot of the things that we're made to feel bad about, are literally because people have conditioned us into worrying about them and their well-being in exchange or before our own. And a lot of the strife that we go through because we have not set those boundaries, because we're afraid to lose people, or we're afraid that we're not gonna have nobody, or we're not gonna have no friends. When in reality, once you clear that out, once you clear that toxic stuff out of your life, the healthier friendships are more welcome to come in. Because think about it. You ever had a friend where that friend is like everything? You ain't known them for too long, but they're encouraging, and y'all can do all the girl stuff together, and they might have a little bit more pocket change, so they're not so intimidated by what you got or what you got going on, or you're meeting and exceeding your goals, and they're meeting and exceeding theirs, and y'all are just excited about each other, right? And then that toxic friend that you had comes in and is like, oh, so I see you outside with your new friend, or so you don't have time for me no more, yada yada yada. Before I continue, people always ask me when I do my quick weaves, why do I sew the cap down? Everybody is different. Some people will like glue the perimeter of the cap, but I sweat a lot, and I do sweat in my head. So for me, it's just better for me to just sew the cap down, because then I don't have to worry about the cap shifting. So if anybody was wondering, that's exactly what I'm doing. And then I'll show it somewhere in here, but you'll also see that I'm going to put the glue protectant on. And the glue protectant, literally, you just put the solution on over your cap. You'll sit under the dryer for 15 minutes. Once the solution is dry, you can then glue the tracks onto that. And I love this solution because the glue does not touch your hair, and you can literally just wash the tracks right off. You don't have to be trying to figure out how to get glue from your hair and all of that stuff. So anyway, so back to setting boundaries. I wrote down here, commit yourself to positive and uplifting content and conversations. Recurate your social media feeds. One of the best things that I could have did for myself was unfollow urban gossip blogs like The Shade Room. You don't realize how much negative things are being literally fed to you on a daily basis. They say that a reel or a TikTok every 7 seconds feeds you something new. So think about it. You're getting 7 seconds of new, just negative shit every single time you refresh your feed. And you don't know what that's doing to you. Take the red pill movement, for example. Like, those people may feel or believe whatever they feel to believe, but I really live by the adage of like, hurt people hurt people. And a lot of those red pill men are men that have been hurt, or men that like they got their heart broken in the 8th grade and now all women are horrible. And if you listen to that enough as a woman, especially a woman of color, you will really feel like, oh my God, our men don't love us anymore, or they don't like us. No, if you change your content, if you change what you're seeing every day, if you start making it a point, like for myself, I don't follow those pandering relationship channels or pages. I like to see healthy marriages, healthy relationships. Tell me about how y'all were struggling in your marriage and how you guys turned that around positively, and what you did and things like that. That's the stuff I want to see. I want to see healthy black men. I want to see healthy black women. I want to see healthy black men loving healthy black women. Because I also don't subscribe to the my baby daddy ain't shit culture. Because if he is, girl, that's his problem. That don't got nothing to do with you. As long as you're doing you and you moving how you supposed to move, God is going to align you with the things that you desire. So unfollow. Listen, I don't know who needs to hear this, but baby, unfollow Justin LaBoy. That man is toxic. When someone hits you with gossip, suddenly become too busy. If it's by text, delete the thread. So I have certain friends. I'm using the term very loosely. I'm going to say acquaintances. I have certain acquaintances, y'all, where they don't invite me out to dinner. They don't invite me to, the positive things going on in their life, but they will forever send me some gossip in the inbox. They're not telling me nothing that's going good in their life, but they're constantly sending me mess. And you know what? The people never get a response. Ever. Because I don't want those kind of things in my life. And what you pay attention to and what you give attention to, you will further attract. Let's see. Don't bite into it. This is not my emotion, and I don't have to take it on. Sometimes those energies will get so heavy, you don't even know where it came from. You'll talk to somebody, be drained as hell. Start to remind yourself that has nothing to do with you. Also, ask yourself how you are contributing to that same energy, because a lot of the time, like I said, when we are paying attention to those things, we are vibrating on such a lower frequency that we open ourselves up to those particular energies and we don't even realize it. You just look up and just everything that could go wrong is going wrong, and your view of everything becomes cynical, and you sometimes gotta sit back and be like, wait a minute, this is not me. How did I even get there? Like, And one thing I could definitely say is that over time, you will definitely strengthen this muscle, and you will learn to shut your energy off. And that is something that I do now. So anytime I get around somebody and I could just feel like I can feel the dark cloud over them, or I can feel that weird energy, or I really truly believe that spirits know other spirits. Like, even if we don't know a person and like on the physical realm, I feel like all of our spirits know each other. And sometimes, you know, your spirit will literally just, it'll be uncomfortable around certain people. That's your sign. Like I always tell people, listen to your body. Your body will tell you, like, this ain't the place for me to be, or this ain't the person that I need to be around, right? So, for instance, especially as an empath, you can definitely feel other people's energies. And I've had to start mentally acknowledging what I'm sensing and sending it away. And that's what I mean by cutting off your energy. So, when you get around certain people, and you can even, like I'm telling you, I really feel like if we just sit there and listen to ourselves and listen to our intuition, listen to our bodies, we wouldn't be in so many uncomfortable situations, right? Like, with me being a hairstylist, obviously, right? There are certain clients where I could just feel it. Like, I could feel that they're performing, trying to be positive, because they know that I don't really do the negative thing, right? And so, while they're on whatever they're on, I literally will be mentally telling myself, like, okay, like, I'm gonna listen, but this has nothing to do with me. I'm not taking this energy on. I'm going to release this as soon as they leave. Because people will dump things on you. It's one thing to, like, listen to people that you care about, or you care about what your clients are going through. But a lot of the time, we take these things on, and we are more attached to it and the outcome than they are. I will also say that once you learn to turn your energy off to certain people and not take on those things, you will get a lot less of them. Some of them will still seep in. So, I once again, as a hairstylist, the few that do seep in, they usually don't last. Because they can't stand that I won't pick up my pitchfork and join them, on their crusade of negativity. And you don't have to accept any pity party invites. Like, we know for some people, misery loves company. I always say my misery don't love company. I like to work things out by myself. But for some people, their misery likes company. I have learned to just say, I'm so sorry that that's happening to you. I care about what you're going through. But I don't sit in that with them. Now, if it's a friend or a family member, I will say, like, what do you need from me? But we're not going to sit up on the phone or every time I see you, we're talking about this, or it's just never any good news. Or I will, like, my friends will tell you, I'll literally say, okay, baby, I'm sorry that happened to you, but let's talk about the good stuff. What good things are going on in your life? Give me some good news. And that helps them turn it around too. You know what I mean? Another thing is, some people will try to bait you in. I've had people start entire arguments with me. Like, I'm talking about screaming the whole nine. And I'm literally just sitting there, like, quietly confused. Like, what the fuck just happened? How did we get here? Right? And I have a family member that is, like, a pro at this. Like, we could be talking about something on the news, and boom, she is hollering, and I'm like, how did we get here? And I've just learned that that's another way that people will try to, like, put that energy off on you, because now they didn't act like a whole ass fool. They feel better about themselves, I guess. But now you're sitting there and it feels like you got two big ass boulders on your shoulders. So, overall, I've learned to accept that humans are ghetto. And that's for God to deal with, not me. Other people's problems are not our problems. And, a lot of us are very caring, and we don't want to see the people around us going through things, but we have got to realize that a lot of people are victims to situations that they created. And it is not our job to go play Captain Save-A-Ho. Anyway, that is all that I have for y'all today. And I thank my good homeboys and good homegirls for being here. Please let me know in the comments if you guys resonated with this, if you guys would like more of these types of videos. Let me know what you guys think about my quick weaves and all that good stuff. And I will see y'all in the next video. There's about 5 more minutes of me styling my hair. So I just want to thank you guys for being here. And I will talk to y'all later. I will let the rest of this and the music and things play out. And yeah, God loves you and so do I. Bye.